Outlander Season 5 Finale, Who Did Roger MacKenzie K-I-L-L Outlander? Outlander Season 5 came to a shocking end after Claire Fraser was rescued by Jamie Fraser and his men, but who did Roger MacKenzie K-I-L-L finale to the Starz series? Season 5 of Outlander concluded with a tough finale involving Claire Fraser's, played by Katrina Balfe, sexual assault after she was abducted. The series saw Claire trying to escape from Lionel Brown, Ned Dennehy, and his rabble of ruffians. However, she was eventually saved by her husband Jamie Fraser, Sam Hagen, who gathered his men together and found Claire. Who did Roger MacKenzie K-I-L-L Outlander? Throughout Season 5 of the Starz series, Roger MacKenzie's, Richard Rankin, reluctance to fight was reiterated. At the Battle of Alamance, Roger was sent on a peacekeeping mission by Jamie which went awry and nearly resulted in his death. Roger's ineptitude at combat was also demonstrated when he struggled to fire a gun with his wife Brianna McKenzie, Sophie Skelton, having to help him. The 20th century historian was very much a pacifist and tried to avoid killing anyone, despite the danger of the past. In fact, Brianna killed her rapist and abductor Stephen Bonnet, Ed Spielers, after he was sentenced to death. The Season 5 finale saw Roger confessing to his wife he'd taken another man's life when he had been out rescuing Claire. He told Brianna to turn out the light as they went to sleep before revealing he'd murdered someone. Many viewers may be wondering who Roger killed in the show given it was a big development for the character. Sadly, it's not clear, but he could be making reference to the child whom he euthanized in an act of mercy earlier in the series after finding them in the charred remains of a house. The child was in huge amount of pain from the injuries they'd sustained from the fire and Roger tried to end the suffering in the most humane manner possible. Alternatively, it could be one of the men in Brown's group who spirited Claire away from Fraser's Ridge. In an uncharacteristically callous moment, Jamie ordered all of Claire's captors to be killed in revenge for raping her. So, Roger could have followed through with his orders but the massacre itself wasn't depicted. Roger's admission to Brianna could have ramifications on their relationship going forward. Speaking to Deadline in a recent interview, British actress Skelton said, "Obviously, they have a very rocky relationship but now they are both a lot more settled in their circumstance, in the place that they're in with Jimmy's parentage whatever that may be, they just seem a lot more of a team. I think now any circumstances that aren't exactly going in a tremendously good way they tend to work through them together now and everything makes them stronger, everything's that thrown at them, so I think they'll be okay." She continued, "From that conversation, the gravity of that scene, the way he asks her to blow out the candle before he tells her, it actually seems a very settled way. Obviously, we don't play that scene out but the way that I always imagined it going is Brianna knows what to say to Roger to make him feel better. In that moment she would just say like, you did the kindest thing and the best thing." Obviously, Roger's a very religious man so I think any turmoil he would have with it would be a conversation Roger would be having with God in a way and I think he and Bri will be fine from it. She would have talked him round in a very good way to make him realize that he did the kindest thing as opposed to the most horrific thing.